Welcome back, everyone. Are you still interested in finding out more about Epstein and the list? Well, this just dropped about an hour ago. These are the headlines from Fox News. It says Jeffrey Epstein list, the second batch of documents unsealed in the Ghislaine-Maxwell lawsuit. And CBS News headline reads, Jeffrey Epstein contact names released by court. Here are key takeaways from the unsealed documents. And these headlines here are just from yesterday. This one is from France 24. It says U.S. judge begins to unseal list of people linked to Jeffrey Epstein. And The Guardian 2 days ago says nearly 200 names linked to Jeffrey Epstein expected to be made public. That was 2 days ago. We already have some of these documents. As we know today, we have a second batch of documents. And I want to go over it a little bit because these headlines are a little bit misleading. Let's read a few more before we get into some of these articles. And this one is from The Independent 12 minutes ago. It says Jeffrey Epstein list. Ghislaine-Maxwell reacts to unmasking of associates, including Trump and Clinton. Now, those are very juicy headlines. I want to click on them. I want to see how Trump is implicated in this whole thing, and Clinton and others. Look at this right here. This is an article, and it says magician David Copperfield allegedly had dinner with Epstein and victims did magic tricks, court documents. And also, it says that Leonardo DiCaprio, Bruce Willis, and Michael Jackson were mentioned in the documents released relating to a lawsuit brought by Virginia Giuffre against Jeffrey Epstein's associate, Ghislaine-Maxwell. And it also says, here's a look at the celebrities mentioned in the 40 documents so far. Naomi Campbell is one of them. In a disposition dated May 3rd, 2016, Virginia described going on a foreign trip to France. On one trip to southern France, Giuffre claimed she had sexual contact with Maxwell before attending a birthday party for supermodel Naomi Campbell. Oh my God, Naomi Campbell is mentioned in the documents. This must be really bad. Well, when you get into it, it sounds like nothing really is that bad about Naomi Campbell. We don't know for sure if there's more to it. So far, that was the extent that she was mentioned. I don't see anything wrong with the way she was mentioned there. There's no wrongdoing there. Leonardo DiCaprio, Kate Blanchett, Bruce Willis, and Cameron Diaz. Jeffrey Epstein accuser Joanna Schberg spoke about Leonardo DiCaprio, Kate Blanchett, Bruce Willis, and Cameron Diaz during her disposition. All four celebrities were brought up during the same line of questioning and mostly in passing. None of them are accused of wrongdoing. So when you see headlines like, oh my God, these A-list actors and celebrities are mentioned in the documents, it's stuff like this. So I'm sorry if you were hoping for something a little bit more sinister than just being mentioned, that they were questioned about them and they were accused of no wrongdoing in the end. Here it says, later she was also asked whether she had met Cameron Diaz, to which she responded no. Reading on from one of the articles, it says Cameron never met Jeffrey Epstein, nor was she ever in the same place as him or had any association with him whatsoever, regardless of the fact he may or may not have mentioned her name or implied that he knew her. A representative for the actress told Fox News Digital in a statement. Michael Jackson was also mentioned by Joanna Schberg. She confirmed she met the late pop star at Epstein's Palm Beach home, but claimed that she did not massage Jackson. Now, there are more than just the two people that were mentioned so far in the lawsuit. the victims. I believe there might be about 17, some which were underage girls, some were not. So, as more documents are going to be dumped, we're going to find out more and more. And I believe that some of them will not be so pretty. You actually will see some of these pop stars or celebrities, and they might be implicated a little bit more than just mentioned in the documents. We'll find out more. I'm definitely going to show you something towards the end, because it does get uglier from here. This is a little snippet from a different article, and it says here on the lower line, it says the documents name Mr. Trump and Mr. Clinton on multiple occasions, but at no point accuse either of any wrongdoing. Prince Andrew is also named multiple times. So, if you guys do not like Trump and you want to see him go down, or Mr. Clinton, and you want to see him go down, and the Clintons, today is not that day. But I did want to read to you a snippet of an article, and this is actually really good, because they tell you, like, hey, this is how it is. Let's read it. Even before their release, the documents reignited long gestating conspiracy theories about prominent figures who were once in Epstein's orbit, including former President Bill Clinton and GOP presidential frontrunner Donald Trump, while providing both Democrats and Republicans with a new opportunity to attempt to link their opponent with Epstein's crimes. Both the documents were misrepresented on social media as a list of potential Epstein clients or co-conspirators. There was a major focus on who and what they would expose, and whether prominent Epstein associates would be explicitly tied to his trafficking of minors. In reality, many people referenced in these documents are not accused of wrongdoing, and the filings are not a client list, as some surmised. I will have to find the article and put it down in the link so that you can read it for yourself. This is good stuff. They are not trying to trick you. These guys are not, anyways. The headlines, everybody else, they're trying to make it the juiciest they can to get you reading and to get you watching the channel. But in all reality, it looks like we've been duped. Or have we? Now I'm going to finish reading this because it is so good. Then we're going to get into some not so clean things, but let's read on. It says, instead, the list is actually dozens of documents from a 2015 court case filed by Epstein's accuser, Virginia Giuffre, against his co-conspirator, Ghislaine Maxwell, who has been convicted of child sex trafficking. These documents reference roughly 150 of Epstein's associates, including Clinton and Trump, but don't provide significant new information so much as they offer a more in-depth look at the people in Epstein's circle. So pretty much they're saying that Clinton and Trump, not so much in his circle. So we're going to find out more what they're saying in this second batch of dump. But I wanted to show you this person right here on X. This is Mario Nawfal. He is a unfiltered, unbiased, verified 24/7, breaking news, no bias, no echo chambers, host of Twitter's largest shows. A founder and investor. So he has 1.2 million followers. I doubt he would put out BS out there posted, because it would come back to really hurt him. So he's putting out some really good stuff. I just started following him. He does Twitter Spaces, very cool. You can listen to breaking news right now. It's all about Epstein, and definitely very informative. He has very knowledgeable people coming up as speakers, and great space. A lot of information, a lot to learn. So give him a follow. But he has posted a few things from this new batch, and just things that are related to this whole issue. And these are two posts not too long ago. It says, confirmed in new files, Epstein used an underage girl to blackmail powerful men, including numerous prominent American politicians, powerful business executives, foreign presidents, a well-known prime minister, which we exposed to likely be an Israeli prime minister, and other world leaders. In another post, he says, Alan Dershowitz allegedly has sexual relations with Jane Doe number 3, a minor in Florida, private planes, New York, New Mexico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. And in yellow, he has highlighted out of the documents, and it says, one such powerful individual that Epstein forced then minor Jane Doe number 3 to have sexual relations with was former Harvard law professor Alan Dershowitz, a close friend of Epstein's and well-known criminal defense attorney. Epstein required Jane Doe number 3 to have sexual relations with Dershowitz on numerous occasions while she was a minor, not only in Florida, but also on private planes in New York, New Mexico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. In addition to being a participant in the abuse of Jane Doe number 3 and other minors, Dershowitz was an eyewitness to the sexual abuse of many other minors by Epstein and several of Epstein's co-conspirators. Now, this is a post from Interesting Stuff at the JQUA, and he says this didn't age well, and it's a post from Alan Dershowitz saying, I hope Epstein made videos. There have been suggestions that Epstein made secret videos of all the men who had sex in his houses and planes. I hope he did, and they are all revealed because they will prove I am not among them. I hereby waive any right of privacy in Epstein videos. Well, from what I just read before this post, it doesn't look too good for him, so we'll see how that turns out. But here is another post from Mario about Dershowitz. He says Dershowitz wants to lower the age of consent to 14. In 1997, Alan Dershowitz wrote an opinion column titled Statutory Rape is an Outdated Concept. In 2019, he was challenged about it. His response was, it is doubtful such criminal sanctions should apply to teenagers above the age of puberty. He then stated the age of consent should be lowered to 14. This sounds like he said this in 2019. It sounds bad in 1997. It sounds just as bad in 2019. What the hell are you thinking, Alan? Mario states a source as the Times of Israel 2019. So he's not BSing. This is not a made-up thing. That is just sick, man. Okay, and this is one of the things that I had in my last video that I said our worlds are pretty much going to change because of these files being released. And this right here, it says 16-year-old Virginia Giffrey gave The Simpsons' Matt Groening a foot massage. When I saw his yellow crusty toenails that even someone with a chainsaw would have had troubles cutting through, I nearly threw up at the thought of having to touch them. And this is from cartoonbrew.com. And it reads, Jeffrey Epstein's documents, Simpsons creator Matt Groening allegedly received a foot massage from Virginia, who at the time is 16 years old. I'm not sure if anything else happened with this, but it's a little creepy, but we can't say it is exactly a crime right there. It's just, I think that we know it could lead into more. So we'd have to find out more of what happened with that. But we have to assume that people are innocent until proven guilty. Now, remember what I said, that people have to be careful spreading posts and things like that, sending them out because it could be very harmful to someone's career. And look at what this guy says here. He says, when you are named on that list, your career should be over. Who agrees? What will his executives do? And it says, it's a meme, and it says, Jimmy Kimmel's career merch should be over. Repost if you agree. He is very proud of his meme. He made it himself. That's why he put his name on it. And 24.8 thousand likes, 204 quote tweets, and also 8,181 reposts as of the time that I have taken that screenshot. The thing is, though, that we don't know for sure in what capacity Jimmy Kimmel is affiliated or implicated in this document dump. So I think we're probably going to find out more, and we'll know what is true and what is not. Once again, we don't know for sure that even the people that are implicated, we don't know the whole story yet. There are still other witnesses or other Jane Doe's victims that have been a part of this, so I believe that they will also name names, and you're going to definitely see more and more information coming out that is just downright disgusting. But with some of these other people, we still have to hear their side of the story, and they have to be put on the witness stand. They have to be put out there and start asking them questions. We have to get the whole story before we can say that, yes, they're guilty, and to start demonizing everyone. So just remember that before we can say that somebody's guilty, we have to see if they are innocent. Thank you all for watching, for supporting the channel, for liking, for commenting down below. Let me know what you think about this update. And I will definitely do more. I've been asked to do an update.